Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero like Defender of the Fatherland, off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Semoisky winter between the south. You got Classy Dave fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 3rd Panzer Division. Versus the north, you got here Insane Devm fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Mother Russia. Rolling out here with the 7th Mechanized Corps, and we're looking here at Ostrov Mobile Defense Jaeger Infantry with Dodge Machine Gun and Mortar Bulletins versus Guard Rifle, Armored Assault, and Lend-Lease with a Penal Trooper start here from Insane Devm. It's a bit rare to see Devm playing again, but apparently he's begun playing the game notably more, at least, which is more than nothing, because he's been playing the game for some time since the last tournament. I don't think there's anyone around. But, you know, it's just a Penal Trooper build is also pretty rare. Most players nowadays just, stick to a lot of conscripts. But Devm, they're certainly going off the beaten track. Classy Dave here with a much more classic Grenadier MD42 opening here for the Wehrmacht. Moving up here to score the point here. Generally not a point I'm a huge fan of, and Semoisky winter will also tend to favour this one, though. Less after they decided for some reason to pop a house right next to that fuel point as well, which kind of makes that one more rushable as well. But we got movement here, grabbing points with the MD42, the Pioneers, trying to seize as much territory here. There'll probably be another Grenadier squad there for Classy Dave. That could, I suppose, go for another machine gun and mortar, but there you go, Grenadiers on the way. More Penal Troops here for Devm, more Strafniki. Sending out there with SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles. With another Penal Trooper squad on the way there. And MD42 catching it out in the open. Very good work there by Classy Dave. Devm clearly wasn't anticipating that one there from Dave, having seen the house is empty, just advances forwards, never anticipating the MD42 being slightly next to the house. So interesting opening here by Dave versus Devm. Certainly finds himself perhaps a bit frustrated there. In the west, there's absolutely no opposition so far from Classy Dave, so he's been able to secure a lot of territory there. But Dave nonetheless is going to have a bit of a slight fuel edge there over Devm. You can see now, in fact, pushing ahead with MD42. Though in this case, this is going to end up with a few slight issues as you get caught there by the Penal Trooper in the house. The SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles opening up there, and the MD42 crew. Grenadiers moving ahead there, grabbing points there. Grenadiers shifting out MD43 position. Got a sniper on the way there for Devm. And there go, caught out in the open. Again, pushing ahead with the MD42. This is some high risk play by Dave, to be honest, with the MD42. Definitely not something I'd recommend for the average player, not even the intermediate player. But they got another MD42 on the way there for him. Still, it is aggressive play, it's mobile, it's fluid play, it's certainly not static play, which is generally what I always try to advise. I mean, while in some ways it feels a bit risky, at the same time, at least he's not just, parking the MD42 somewhere and then that's it. That is really good play there by Classy Dave. That is really good play. The sniper there should gonna take some time to arrive to the battlefield there, put some pressure on Dave, who's the meanwhile just bringing up more MD42. Email the machine and gewehr. MD42 there hammering away, ensuring the barrel doesn't run too hot, though that is why they had a spare barrel to actually exchange barrels in case that happened. That's a fun fact. That was also, I think, one of the MD42s and MD34 sort of big innovations. That was just interchangeable barrels. But there you go, MD42 flying up. You got Pioneers sniffing in. Well, probably not that big actually. That probably also have armies that do that. I think about it. He's carrying the car point. Engineers caught by the MD42 hammering away here. The bigger deal was just light and medium machine gun and sort of the same weapon in essence. But most armies sort of have the light and medium machine gun as sort of separate entities entirely. But then Pioneers blowing up. You got more Penal Troops on the way there for Devm. So finding himself a bit besieged in the centre as Classy Dave tries to outmaneuver, catch him off guard. Dave by this gone for Jaeger Infantry. Pioneers here are going to get shredded by the... No, they're actually doing it somehow, partly because the Penals were already weakened. Oh dear, Devm there managed to push in a way that was incredibly close here. That could have backfired on Dave quite aggressively. In fact, right now, his sniper's in a pretty sticky situation. They got more Penals moving in and no sign of further doctrines for Devm. Though with this kind of opening, he's more likely, I think, to end up with at least Armored Assault, because while he could go for Guard Rifle, he's certainly losing out on some of the conscript synergies there. So it might feel less satisfying for him, and thus he might aim for others. But then again, some players just happily ignore abilities, so he could still go for it, calling the Gas Riflemen to support his Penal Troopers. Grenadiers pushing westwards there for the Western fuel, and falling back. We can see his acting a bit of situation. The sniper pursuing, the Penal Troopers pursuing. We could actually see Dave here losing his MD42, which would certainly be a big, I think, tactical win there for Devm. Particularly can wipe the MD42 in this case. Fortune seems to favour Classy Dave just a bit. It's showing this MD4 does not get wiped, or at least not within range where Devm can then seize it. Peer troops setting out. No further sign anything going for Devm. Classy Dave will probably go for G43, so at least some ambush camouflage soon enough. We got a light making us company going up in Dave's base here for the 3rd Panzer Division. Sniping about out in the open with 4 kills. Grabbing the eastern victory point there. Some advanced Canadian tactics there by Classy Davis pushing forwards again. Penals are building up back on them. Sticky situation. The Penals from the north. There you go. Pops into the house. They're going to be surrounded here by Penal troopers who will be able to pull into reasonably good position there soon enough, which will allow them to easily beat the Grenadiers without doing too much damage in return. Medics on the way for Devm. Not a bad choice at all. Sniper also moving for the north. There you go. Grenadiers suffering now too much damage too fast, compelling Dave to pull them back. Flying there for Pioneer. He's clearly not worried about his opponent going for any stuff there. And we got a half-track on the way. Could be for transport, could be for flamethrowers. I mean, there would mean a lot of flamethrowers for Clash of Dave. I mean, that'd be 3 flamethrowers all in all. So we're getting points here, sniping about, but again, he could do it. He could do it. It would be certainly quite potent, particularly because Devm does not actually have a lot of anti-tank weapons. So a flamethrower half-track here would be extremely strong. And again, just more flamethrowers, you know, means more enemies on fire. We'll have to see here. Nope, he actually went for upgrades for something else. G43, so he's intending on using that for reinforcement on the front line here. An interesting choice there, definitely. Oh, no, never mind. He does end up going for another set of flamethrowers, this time on the flamethrower half-track. Dave looks like he's going to be lighting the entire town on fire. And in particular, he's just looking to exploit, I think, Devm's major weakness at the moment, which is, well, he's not really got a lot of anti-tank weapons. I mean, he can go for some anti-tank rifles, but that's going to cut down a bit on his anti-infantry. But I think he's going to have to go for it because it's going to take some time to get out of T-70 any other sort of counter the flamethrower half-track. That's going to be a bit of a sticky situation. There you go, flame projectors added. Pioneers running about there. And there you go, burning up the penal troopers here. How will Devm respond? Will there be anti-tank rifles being handed out here? Watch and find out. Snipers sending out here in the final gun. Penals engaging Grenadiers here. SVT-40s versus K9 TKs. Grenadiers falling back. Scheiße! Russians have guns that fire faster than us. I thought they were supposed to be the backward ones, not us. There are machine gun and semi-automatics. Pioneers saying north as their flame for half-track moving in. And there you go, half-track just scorching. He does go for the T-70 then. It looks like he's not spending munitions on anti-tank rifles. MD42 holding off the snipers. Bit risky there for both players. Ooh. Bad shot there, but the sniper did not get the gunner. Pumes are taking into the other. MD42 is going to have to prop a satchel charge to hope for the best, but halted right before they get close enough. Up north, Pioneers just seem to have forgotten there, but Dave T-70 almost done. Thankfully for Devm though, Dave's been spending his munitions all on flamethrower, so he actually has no telemines down. He doesn't have anything sort of anti-tank like either, so the T-70 here should give, I think, Devm, if well utilised, a good chance to push back against Classic Dave and sort of gain control of the field to an extent. So there you go, T-70 out. Still no doctrine for Devm, and for Classic Dave, he can actually go for the Jaeger command squad soon. Jägerbefehlsgruppe. Back here, healing reinforcement, victory point, they're secured as well for Das Vaterland, and down here more points being secured. Strafnik sitting out there for the fuel point, T sending northwards. Going for the Pioneers. Catching there, and then going to get damage. In the south, you got the flamethrower after this is Penal troopers, engineers. Now to tank ones again leaves him a bit exposed. Grenadiers are rushing for the house. He's going to saturate. Should saturate, I think, to deny it. And there you go. Dave will probably dodge it. Good support there with the T-7. There you go. Grenadiers just rushing away. Down to half size. In the east here we can see Devm's forces being slowly pushed back. Here's Dave advances under cover of the flame for a half tank. And in incendiary Aegis. There we go, almost wiped the Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadier there for Dave now. No anti-tank, so he's feeling pretty confident that the T-70 light tank is not going to pose him any major issues, which is interesting to note there. But right now we see a lot of Dave's forces actually in a pretty precarious situation. Very many low health things. It looks like in this case they're able to escape. T-70 rushing forwards. Also now caught up with the Indy-42 out in the open. Down to half health. And there you go, push back. Small chance of getting a wipe here, but I suspect the answer is doubtful. Considering himself, oh! Close. And there you go, going to do this out in the ice there. Huge puffs of ice being popped up there as the T-75's away there. Penal troops heading out in there. Troops moving on. We got a second sniper for Devm. So he's going to go for double sniper build here versus Dave. He's going to really try and bleed him out aggressively. That's an interesting choice there by Devm, considering the current circumstances. I mean, he could work out, but it could certainly also backfire on him a bit if he's not careful. Certainly a nasty strategic move there by Devm. A very nasty move. As opposed to Dave's favour, he does have a lot of infantry, he does have a large field, of course he does have a flame for a halfback. So, plus, I mean, he does have the option of taking up reasonably fast on medium armour. Demo charge there. Troops in the north, they're going forward inside the church. T-70 moving in here, pushing back the pioneers. Panzer's there. Could get flanked and murdered by the T-70 with a bit of bad luck there for Devm. There you go. Penal was pushed back. Double snipers moving in, going to probably try and clear out that ND-42. T-70 moving in as well to just further add to the fun. Still no anti-tank weapons here for Dave though, and they're going forward to be pushed out. Will he spot the demo charge and deal with it? Or will he overlook it, resulting in the whack unit if Devm then sees he's inside the house? That's going to be the interesting question there. Yeah, he spotted it and dealt with it. Or maybe Devm just set it off automatically. It's a bit difficult to tell there. Both are certainly viable options. Oh dear, ambushed here behind the fence with a Panzerfaust. Good work by Dave. Less good there for Devm. Clearly did not anticipate that someone would be hiding right behind the fence with a Panzerfaust. Snipers are trying to press it, but they are quickly running into some issues there. Devm remains doctrineless here versus Dave, who also is not going for the air command squad. Instead, he's now going for Panzerjägers. Panzer Rex, and there we go, we got takeoff of Dave. Next tier on the way. Coming back there for healing enforcement. Snipers though have not suffered any losses, they just suffered damage, a lot of shooting, probably a few insults as well. Healing enforcement, what will Devm aim for next? There's still no doctrinal choice though. I find that a bit interesting. T-70 almost got to again. Penal moving it with the PTRSs. Victory point wise, there's not a huge difference between the two, but there's tiny lead there for David, of course, with all 3 victory points under his control. That might slightly be sped up there. And go flame after rushing straight at the Penal with anti-tank rifles, burning away there, scorching the house, filling the interior with fire. Almost got her there, very close, but no dice. Also noting he's actually gone for ambush camouflage in the Panzerjäger, so he can that way try and ambush the T-70. An interesting choice. The Penal right, oh dear, they're going to get wiped. They apparently forgot the AoE damage on the fire there, and the Penal got wiped. Though he's going for another unit there quickly. Might have been planned, might not. Either way, bit of a loss there, though there's a PTS he can pick up. Rockets fly, and none of them connect with the T-70 light tank there. A rather rush series of shots, and the South engineers losing up to M42. No snipers, anything else nearby support. Heading for the center victory point. Cut off one there, grab in the north. Grenadiers now occupying the house here, though without any additional weaponry, they might struggle a bit long term. Even short term, depending on what's thrown at them. Devm now is just going for a lot of penal to the squads here. He just wants more. He wants more. As for Dave, he's building up the Suprema core there. Flamefire's going to need repairs. Panzerjäger's receiving healing reinforcement. Well, mostly healing since they got the reinforcement, didn't suffer any losses, just a few scratches. And there you go, Pinto was launching an assault here, trying to stick as much light cover as possible before popping a satchel charge. Imagine Dave he'll be realising what's going on, and there we go, getting out of dodge. But still, the Pinto was not yet the advantage. And there you go, Dave just retreats. That should allow him to grab the cutoff point and then reconnect the northern field. In the south here, T7 supported by snipers, holding off against a large German assault here across the ice. Quickly picking apart the machine gun crew. I think there's the right. This one got a few G43s. I think the... No, he does not retreat the MD42 though. Allowing the Pumas with that be suppressed. Grenadiers almost wiped out. Oh dear, he's going to lose the T70, Panzerfast and Panzer Strikes. No! Most of the shots didn't hit. And now it's the Panzerjäger's time to be absolutely shredded out in the open. Once not retreating on the remaining, Pumas will push their way away from the field point. Slightly intensifying there. You can see the Devm is now grabbing back a lot of the map. In fact, he's now been control of the map. And there we go. He's got to take up himself. We got the Mechanized Armor Company. But Dave's going to be the first one up with the Panzer here with the 3rd Panzer Division. And there you go. Setting out here. Sniper with Pumas when we head for the fuel point there. And he pulls back quickly, realising he might actually be walking into something nasty, which I think is the right choice. Up north, the Pumas will be engaged with the flame craft burning away in the scorching fires of the Third Reich. And there you go, Grenadiers almost... Oh, wiped out the first one. Oh, that one, Dave here by Devm. And it was this one upgraded Grenadier squad. Troops suppressed. Sniper finding the MD42 crew. More Grenadiers to replace ones lost. Need to retreat the snipers and the penal troops. We got the Panzer IV. They're just marching in. T70 also needs to stall here and buy time. Get out of there. Step on it, Pushkin. We are not equipped for taking on tanks that big. What size tanks are we equipped for taking on toy-sized ones? Troop shielding in force. A bit of loss of the Pumas we've got again there for Devm. Rather unfortunate. He's got the fuel now for the T34s in his 6, but he's lacking a bit of the manpower. The Pioneers is now virtually 2 T70 light tank, engaging the Pioneer out in the open. Easy targets, easy sport. The South Panzer are running about, I think just clearing up paths maybe. There we go, T34s on 6 for them. Oh, he didn't quite get snipers fully reinforced. And there you go, finally a doctoral choice for Devm. It is armoured assault at this stage with this kind of timing. That was really the only obvious choice left for him. He'll probably try and land the Sturmweg attacks. At the current stage, an IS-2 seems a bit on the unlikely side of things. Oh, he's going to lose the T-70. He's finally going to lose the Panzer X unless Dave has the worst luck conceivable. Oh! He does have the worst luck conceivable. The T-70 is able to take... then again, they're partly bunched up so much. The T-70 had a good chance of getting several kills. But still, that is some pretty rotten luck. The South Panzer 4 moving in T-34 from 6 almost done there. They're going to have to retreat in the face of the Panzer IV. Or they could try and throw a satchel charge in the path of the Panzer IV. If a tank drives out a satchel charge, it can set it off. It does require some work. But T-34 from 6 finally arrives here for Devm in the 7th Mechanized Corps. As the 3rd Panzer Division continues to move ahead. And there you go. Dave finally decides, now is the time for a Jaeger Command Squad to hunt down my enemies. He's looking, I think, to catch the Panzer IV, but with the T-34 on its own, that's going to be a bit risky. Unless, of course, Dave drives the rear first at the T-34. Well, both either fail to penetrate or miss. Second shot, though, for the Panzer IV does not. T-34 does. I think she just begin pulling back here unless you get up some surge under tank support. Oh dear. Need to get that T-34 out of the Devm. Snipers have been caught here by the Grenadiers. Oh dear, he's going to retreat. Might have to retreat the sniper team as well. Probably should. I mean, there we go. South charge against the Panzer IV, forcing it back. But that's about it. In the north, T7 pushing back. Grenadiers trying to reconnect in the northern field. T34s going to need some repairs. He's going to have to rush up to the engineers. Then you should probably long term consider another engineer squad just to sit with repairs. Got a Jaeger command squad here versus Stravniki by the crossroads. And T7 running about here looking for easy target to deal with. We got the M42 opening up here from the centre there. T70 caught by the Panzerjägers. Oh dear, it's going to get Panzer IVs this time. The T70 surely must go down. No! That T70 has the devil's own luck. That thing is surviving all sorts of things. It's also taken a lot of rockets to it, honestly. I kind of think the tank would just fall apart by now, just from the sheer sort of trauma to the hull from that. Petrov, I have to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure how this tank is still operating after all of these rockets. I mean, I'm pretty sure the engine is not actually functioning, but somehow the tank is still able to propel itself. I am worried, Petrov. I am worried. Looks like he's just forgotten about the flame for a half track. Moving on to tier 4, Dave he just figures he's got an advantage. He's going to try and push it again for the Devm. The rather bigger tanks. T34 is good to go. T70 being fixed up here. Troops reinforcing. Good to go as well there for Devm. A few shots here, a few shots there. How many kills has this now gotten so far? 10 and 16. Nothing too bad, but the question is, of course, has sufficient impact on Dave. I mean, he's not really been reacting a lot to it, so maybe not. Yeah, command squad on the T34 sniper fire. Got the infantry covering here. We got the Panzer IV Panzerjägers going to be pushing forward here. Sniper trying to build distance. Penals with that going grenaded. And there you go. So hits in the T34 and 16 to fall back with that. And there you go. Air support called in. Panzerjägers being pursued aggressively here by our two Sturmovix. Grenadiers getting hammered as well. We got the flamethrower tech moving forward here. Penal troops flying away. The Grenadiers close to being murdered out in the open. Could wipe them here with the snipers. Could wipe them maybe. Yeah, commands rushing forward. Snipers are being pushed away. T34 from 6. Nowhere to be seen. T70 not moving. Penal troops moving in to intercede. Jaeger command squad pushed back here. Aircraft shot down by the Panzer IV's machine gun. Not too shabby there. T7 roaming about. T34 being repaired. And there you go, Panzer IV being pushed back here by anti-tank rifle fire, slightly penetrating the frontal armour. Penals moving out from the northern point. We got a Grenadier squad there hiding in an ambush mode, ready to shoot down any Russians. And there we go, straight into it. Dmitry falls first, and Petrov falls shortly after to a well-aimed G43 fire. T34 is good to go. T7 about to be looking for easy tags. In this case, the M42 also an ambush, and there you go, veteran 3. That means it actually becomes quite accurate. There's a reasonably good chance of now wiping units on retreat if you're not careful. Victory points, whilst the difference also become now much bigger between the two. Devm has been increasingly falling behind Classic Dave here. Somebody's hunting about here. We got the Panzerjägers. Oh, he's going to get Panzer firsted. He didn't consider the ambush Grenadiers, or for that matter, the Panzerjägers. He's going for a T34 85, but his T34 is not going to be able to reproduce what the T7 did, which was surviving this kind of encounter. Oh no. His T34 is a burning scrap of metal and vodka. That is not good there for Devm. That is not good. Panzer IV running about there, close to Veteran 2. Snipers moving for the centre victory point here against Classic Dave. MD42 though, ambush mode opens up, and there go. T7 moving in, digging the half track. Sniper fire on the MD42, there's small chance of wiping it out here. Oh, down to one man, down to one man. Can he get the wipe here with the snipers? No, can't. And meanwhile, Pims from the east getting absolutely overwhelmed here by Dave's forces. T-45 running here for Devm for the 7th Mechanized Corps. The motherland. And there you go, hey, Panzer Crop for classy Dave. At this rate, it's just showing off almost, just overkill. I mean, there's not really much that's going to require Sturm Panzer, Panther, or Panzerwerfer, but you know, he's probably going for it because he wants to. Troop ceiling reinforcing. Yay command squad hiding in ambush, ready to ambush any snipers. And then get spotted by the T-35, which caused a immediate retreat there from Dave. And there you go, Panther on the way for classy Dave for the 3rd Panzer Division. T-35 lands a good hit there with his 85mm gun. Sniper lands another hit as well. They're gaining virtually 2 in the process. Look, I got another star! Is it the red star? No. Then it's worthless. Oh. Victory point there being secured. I mean, it's going to struggle a bit there versus the Panther and Panzer with the T-35. He might have to rush in some H-16 or something else to back up the T-35 or a lot more anti-tank rifles. MG4 to the mix set up. Sniper 5 gets the gunner though. Ooh. And there you go, pushing back the MG42. Shots fired. Flamethrower coming up here. We've got the T-70 backing up plus the Penal troopers. Except the T-70 is not within range to provide support. Then we got the Gunnery squad running in there as well, securing the centre here. And there you go. Panther arrives for Dave, and Devm knows it thanks to the radio intercept abilities. Unless he's listening to music and not paying attention, he should very well be aware that there's a Panther inbound, which is being sent northwards here. It's being sent in support that can lead to force up Devm. And I think Devm just pulled back the T-70 again, figuring out that, alright, he's likely going to hit me with the biggest tank he just got there, where my defences dealing with the tank are the weakest. So you think make the right, I think he made the right call there overall. Those 90s something always forced the Heat to make an assault in the east. The problem is, again, a lot of Dave's forces are actually hiding in ambush. In theory, you could just, you know, bait him into some nasty position. There you go, T-35 straight into the Panzer Rex. Gunneries push back, the snipers supporting in the centre. Pimps are holding up some of the troops as well. The T-35, they're down to half health already here versus Dave's Panzer IV Panzer Jaeger combo. And there you go, sending the T-70 to flank in. Panther, they could attack from the north, flanking behind them here. T-70 just waiting behind the fence. And there you go, flanked by the Panther IV State Jaeger command squad running into Panzerfaust. Almost got it, but no, he gets off the Panzerfaust on the T-70, damaging his engine. 16 kills. Panzer IV moving. He's got no anti-tank here by moving in. The Panzer IV there. Oh, T-35 to support. Shoots, but the T-70 is finally dead. Finally dead. Peons was wiped out as well here. Things are quickly collapsing here for Devm in the face of Dave and Germany. Looking pretty bad here for Devm. Looking pretty bad. Fixing up the T-35. Now the penal trooper squad on the way for Devm. 80 victory points left here versus Dave. Another push in, get ambush camouflage machine guns and Panzer Jaegers form a formidable defense, which Devm can just easily overrun. But the Panzer Jaegers getting themselves rather cut down to size. Virtually 3 on the MG42 there, forcing retreat though with the snipers. $64 points left. He's got the H-16M to support his T-35 versus the Panzer IV and the Panzer V. Setting ahead here, snipers, all that moving ahead. Panther gets off a good hit against the T-35, penetrating the armour with ease. H-6 shoots, hits a truck instead, and there you go, clearing out the flank here with a flame for a half track. H-6 shoots, misses this time around again. And there you go, Pimps just charging out in front of everything, including the Panther, including the flame for half track, and they're going to be suffering catastrophic losses. If the shoots bounces off the Panther's frontal armor, bit of bad luck there for Devm. He could try and pop another Sturmik attack here. This is a corrupt with assault in the south. You got the Panther 4 versus the Penal squads there. We can see Devm decides to basically just try and deal with the Panther 4 isolated. Penetrating hit the T-34 moving in. Bounce shot. T-34. Oh, Panther 4 gets the Penal troopers here, leaving Devm short of one infantry squad once more. And the Panther 4 just backs off, deciding it's not worth engaging Devm's forces there. Which I do think is the right decision there by David. Now pulls ahead once more. So now just falling back here. T-34 getting ready to shoot him. There you go. Panther shoots, penetrates. Shot bounced. And there you go. IL-2 Sturmik attacks. IL-6 trying to turn about here a bit too slow. None of them getting hits. And there you go. Panzerjägers get the IL-6 and Panther 4 moving in halfway to 23. Snaps on retreat. Panther 4 lands a good hit. And the T-35 Panther moving in. Hot on the pursuit here. Almost got the T-35 and there you go. Panther lands the finishing blow, destroying Devm's remaining tank. With that, the 7th Mechanized Corps is forced to fall back here in the face of German defences under the command of Classy Dave and the 3rd Panzer Division. A nasty fight here with some back and forth action between Devm and Classy Dave, but in this case though, Classy Dave essentially saw Devm's weakness when he went for a heavy penal troop build, which is he was incredibly weak to light vehicles like the flame for half. He was able to really just gain a lot there because Devm never really sort of tried to corrupt against things. You know, he went for T-7 run the F-6M, which could easily lock down that faster, or something else. He could have gone for a lot more light vehicles. He could have gone for Guts Riflemen. A lot of options there what Devm could have taken, but rather he didn't really choose anyone, which gave the flame for object really a lot of options for just ruining Devm's day. In fact, he went for a lot of snipers trying to just ignore the flamethrower half-tech, which did not really work out as well as would have, allowing Dave to just slowly build up an advantage versus Devm, and that way sort of pull through to victory. So that's certainly some good lessons I think here to be learned from the fight. I mean, both players have played, I think, reasonably good to the map here. Though I would say Classy Dave at times I think flanked better. He ultimate for deeper flanks, whereas Devm was just more focused here. He never really went for the point down here. Dave compared to him when it came to the fuel point here, tended to actually hit the point here and then cut it off rather than just trying to secure it immediately. So there were some, I think, good moves there from Dave, which I think also did him a lot of good. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay of your own or provide some feedback in the comment section. And this is Imperial Lengthy. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll tomorrow for another episode. Bye.